The polls are now officially open for the primary election in Philadelphia. And one of the most high-profile races is Philadelphia's mayoral race.
Our Ross DeMattei is live in Center City, where voting has just started. So, Ross, what can you tell us there?
Well, guys, the polls just opened up minutes ago, like you mentioned, including here at 10th Presbyterian Church. And we haven't seen a huge wave of voters showing up, but we have seen a few that are here bright and early, ready to cast their votes for potentially the next mayor of Philadelphia. We're just giving them the common courtesy to do their civic duty before we badger them about who they voted for and why. But I will tell you that in talking with voters in the weeks and months leading up to this election, they've made it clear their #1 priority for the next mayor is cleaning up crime and making the city safer.
The violence. Yeah, the violence is horrendous. It is very sad what's happening in our city.
I would like to see the streets get cleaned up a little bit, both physically and figurative, like with crime and the physical area get cleaned up.
Right now, polls show as many as 1 in 5 Democratic voters in Philadelphia are still undecided on who they think should be the city's next mayor, which means all 5 major candidates have been campaigning hard leading up to primary day. On Monday morning, Jeff Brown met with voters at the Ogons Lane bus loop. Over the weekend, Alan Dahm visited the Kensington Derby event. Helen Gim held a Get Out the Vote canvas at Pretzel Park. Sherelle Parker knocked on doors in West Philly, and Rebecca Reinhardt visited several neighborhoods, including Manayunk. The latest independent polls show this race is extremely close. Lauren Cristello with the Committee of 70 says she can't remember the last time a mayoral race was this much of a toss-up, and the winner will be determined by whoever does the best job getting their people out to the polls.
I think we could be looking at a few thousand votes being the deciding factor. We are still seeing some consistencies about different groups, by identity, demographic, that are leaning much more heavily for one candidate over another. So depending on who can motivate their voting bloc to turn out, that will be the whole ballgame.
And we are expecting 3 of the mayoral candidates, Alan Dahm, Jeff Brown, and Rebecca Reinhardt, to cast their votes here a little later on this morning. And we're going to try and capture that moment on camera and show that to you coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. And we're going to try and ask them about what their final thoughts are now that primary day is finally here.